Nicole Fiore, and I roller skate. You know the old school roller skates, 2 in front, 2 in back? Yeah, those ones. I'm going to be teaching you how to roll and entertaining you along the way. Come roll with me.
Hi, today we are going to talk about stopping. So I posted a video on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'm flying down this hill that you see right here. And the hill is a lot longer than this. I'm at the bottom half right now. So right here is where I picked up a ton of speed. And I always, looking back at them, I'm like, wow, that's really dangerous. In the moment, it doesn't even cross my mind. Like in the moment, I'm just skating really fast and it feels amazing. And then you get to the bottom of the hill and you're like, I'm gonna need to stop. And at the bottom of this hill, there are grates and like sewer grates. Hello. When filming outside, there will always be people. And I'm sorry if the road looks blown out and it's like bright, but I'm facing the wrong way and I didn't want to show you how to stop going uphill because that doesn't really make sense. So the lighting's a little weird, I apologize. But I'm going to show you how I stop going downhill. Obviously, you can see I am going backwards. I'm not traveling right now, but if I were going backward, this is the position I'd be in, and I have both toe stops down. Now, my legs are kind of straight right now. I do not recommend that. I recommend staying really down in your knees, pretty much always, but especially when stopping. So I want to show you how I stop. If I'm traveling forward, I would turn around backward and put both toe stops down. So when you put both toe stops down, first of all, you need to make sure that your toe stops are low enough that you won't have to really reach for them. If they're too high, then you're gonna have to really be forward on your toes, and you don't want that. You wanna be at a comfortable position when you are stopping. So I do recommend playing with the height of your toe stop and seeing what feels comfortable for you. Mine are pretty much halfway. So when I put both toe stops down, the first thing that most people want to do is they want to reach for the ground. Do not reach for the ground. You want to keep your knees bent and your weight a little forward without reaching toward the ground. So you want to actually keep your back tight and engaged. Don't loosen it like this. So if you want to put one toe stop down, that's totally fine. But I do recommend, if you are going as fast as I was going down this hill, I do recommend putting both toe stops down and really digging into the ground. You really want your weight down into the ground, so you want to really push your weight down. And I will get to this next week when I show you how to actually go downhill, but I wanted to address the stopping first because you will need to stop. And I hope you're not stopping by falling down, especially when going down a hill. That can be extremely dangerous, so I really want you to practice stopping before you attempt to skate down a hill. Hills are inevitable. Every once in a while you're skating and all of a sudden the street is going down. I don't know where you live. I live in California. We have a lot of hills here where I live, and I actually have never even thought of skating this hill, and then we were filming around and I was like, you know what, that could be kind of fun. I do recommend, I do recommend wearing a helmet and safety gear. I was not, and I do kind of regret that for the video. I typically do not skate with safety gear. The way I was raised in a rink pretty much, but I've been on skates almost every day of my life, and we never wore safety gear. We were brought up in the rink and you didn't need to wear a helmet or anything. I have broken a few bones and hurt myself quite a bit, but I personally do not wear safety gear. I do strongly recommend that, especially if you're just starting out in skating, please be safe. Please wear a helmet. Please wear wrist guards, knee pads, anything you can to make yourself feel safe and to actually make yourself safe. So please do that. Please do not follow in my example on that. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, when you are stopping, like I said, do not reach for the ground. You can look ahead, but don't look down. If you look down, your weight is going to send you too far forward. And then since you are going downhill, depending on how steep the hill is, you may go out from under. So that's another thing. If you straighten up, you can then hit something a little easier and go backward this way. Never fun. Or you may push your hips forward and actually fall forward. That's safer than falling backward, but either way, we want to eliminate that as a possibility. So when putting both toe stops down, make sure you're really bent in your knees. Make sure you're pushing down into the street, into the gravel, into the wood floor, whatever you're skating on. Push down in that. Keep your back tight. Keep your butt under you. Keep your hips under you. Don't push them out. Don't push them forward. Keep them all stable and down into the ground. If you need to put your arms out to stabilize yourself, great idea. You just don't necessarily want them forward or back. Out to the side is great. There are a lot more ways to stop going downhill. I just wanted to address how I feel most comfortable stopping downhill, and it's what I did in the video. At the end of the video, my husband, who was filming me on his bike, on his Super 73, he was stopping. The reason he fell was kind of my fault. I shouldn't have stopped right there. I thought he was more to the side of me, and there were these sewer grates at the bottom of this that I did not want to hit going backward. So I just stopped kind of suddenly, and I was right in his way, and he was actually having to stop with the front brake instead of the back brake. So he chose to stop suddenly and go over the front instead of hitting me, which I am obviously grateful for, but yeah, he was fine. Thank goodness. He was actually pretty much totally fine. He had a few scrapes and bruises. He still has a few scrapes and bruises, especially bruises, but it could have been a lot worse, so we're very lucky that that's how that went down. Okay, next week I will show you how to actually go down the hill. There are various ways of doing that as well, so I'll go over a few. And please practice your stopping so that you're ready to join me next week going downhill. Bye.
Well, that was fun. It'd be real tight if you liked this video, and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Okay, bye.
Taylor's on a call and I just had to shoo him away so that you guys would be able to hear me.